Hi everyone, it's Sandy, and today for my journaling page I'm going to be working with some products from the kits. Let's see, we have the Deco Art paint pots that came from the October kit. Also, this paper that I cut out also came from the October kit. We are also going to be using one of the gelatos. I have a lot of people requesting how to use gelatos, so I'm going to try and use that today. That came from the Mixed Media Starter Kit, but you can buy that by itself. Also going to be using the stamps that came from the November kit and the ink. From the store you can get the Delusions ink spray. You can also get the pen sets and the Faber-Castell watercolor crayons along with the butterfly stencil. And yeah, I know I don't clean my stencils very well, so I kind of like it. But anyway, that's stuff I'm going to be using today. What I started out with doing was drawing everything in pencil first. I used the mechanical pencil, which comes with this awesome white artist eraser. And what I like about it is sketching out my design first, otherwise it would take me forever and a day to do this journal in front of you. What I did start off with after I cut this paper out was laying it down where I wanted it, taking my pencil and tracing around the design. And that blocks off an area that I know I'm not going to be doing anything in because it's going to be covered up. Next, what I did was I took my pencil and I did all these words. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but there is a face in here that hopefully we're going to draw and bring out. And, of course, my title for my page is All You Need Is Love and Art. And hopefully we're going to be able to bring art out so that it'll stand out a little bit more, too, when I'm finished. The writing that's in the background here is called underjournaling, which means you just write anything that you want. It could be negative thoughts that you're writing on your page because you want to cover them up. You want to hide them. You want to get rid of them. It can be positive thoughts that you just want there as a subliminal message. And mine today are gratitude thoughts. And there are thoughts that things I'm happy to have along with love and art. I also have God's love and money to pay the bills, some food to eat, a car to drive. So you can get the idea of where I'm going here. So I'm going to be drawing with my Sakura pen here. This is the 6. And I'm just going to go right over my words. Now, I did not do anything specific as far as fancy lettering or anything like that because this is going to be covered up. I'm going to paint over it. So all I'm doing is this, just writing, okay? And it's kind of hard for me to do on the side here, so I hope you don't mind. I'll finish that up off camera. Then I come back in with my 10, and that's my thicker lines. And the thicker lines are supposed to be kind of mimicking the hair coming off of her. Or it could be thoughts streaming from her mind. Not sure which. And let's bring her out and see if you can see her a little bit. Well, as you can tell, we have a little jump here. My battery went dead, didn't realize it, and I kept on going. So let me try and walk you through what I did do in the meantime. First of all, I had to put gesso on her face so that the ink would show up better. I used the Faber-Castell Fluid Gesso, which is nice and thin. After it dried, I came back with the Mixed Media Honey ink, and with my water brush, I painted that in. Remember? Just take it, put it there, and just paint, just like you're painting. Okay. Let that dry. In the meantime, while that was drying, I came and worked on my background for my underjournaling. Remember, we want to cover the underjournaling up so that it's subtle. You can barely see it. You don't want it to be the main element. You want it to be an underlying element. Okay? So what I did was I took my black watercolor crayon, went in, painted the whole back. Then I come back with my gelato and rub it on, blend it in. Came back again with a black crayon, watercolored it in. So I'm layering the watercolor crayon and the gelato back and forth, back and forth. That gives me the different depths that you see here, the different colors, okay, and the way they show up. I really love that. Now, once everything is completely dry, and I do emphasize completely dry, come back in with your pens. The reason you want to make sure everything is dry is because these pens will soak up whatever medium is underneath them. So if your inks, paints, gessos, any of that is still wet, they're not going to write very well, and you're going to ruin the tips of them. You don't want to do that. So after everything was outlined, then I come back with a white pen and I fill in and outline the things that are in black. I also used the Prima stamp that came in the November kit. I love this stamp. It's become my favorite little mixed media look stamp. I took the watercolor, brushed it on, and then I don't put it on a clear acrylic pad. I just take it with my hand and I just randomly go around and press on there. I love how that looks. The last thing that I did was glue this on. I glued that on with my Helmer Tacky Craft Glue, and it's all finished. Now, everything here you can basically buy in the store. There's only a couple items that you can't, the white pen and the Helmer's glue. I think everything else is available in the Frosted Design store. Love to see your projects after I do these. Want to see your underjournaling and what you come up with. If you like the girl and you can't draw, feel free to grab this from my blog. Just give me the credit if you decide to use it. Other than that, feel free to copy whatever I've done. I always love it when you do that. Show your work on the Frosted Designs Facebook page. And I look forward to seeing you next Sunday. Have a great week. Bye.